Hang on. I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Hey, what's up? It's me, Animal. Only on Animal Expedition Files. See you there. Hey everybody, welcome welcome to the Animal Expedition Files. Sorry, we've been having technical difficulties here. I can't even talk right now. But we have so many people in the background here trying to get them on. We've been having for some reason wouldn't even let me go live when I wanted to go live. So but we're live now. So we're gonna have a lot of fun today. Welcome to my show, where we talk about nonsense and paranormal, Bigfoot, and all conspiracy theories. So don't forget to check us out on our YouTube. And plus, we got a website, animalexpeditionfiles.com. You could go get my merch and all the cool, crazy stuff that is on my website. So yeah, we're gonna get to it because we get a lot of people here, and it's already pretty close to 8:20. So wow. So we're gonna get a whole bunch of amazing people here. We're gonna get them in here and have some fun, little by little. If I could get everybody on here. Oh, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Doing great.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Are you ready for the mothership?
Let's do it.
Blonde.
Man, it's good to see everybody. I know we were talking a little bit, for a while until we had technical difficulties. So, Fran, you came just on time, Fran, because
Perfect.
we tried to go live. Well, we tried to get other people on, so they were having technical difficulties. And then after everybody got on, I tried to go live, and it said I couldn't go live. Then it kicked me off, so I had to send a new code to everybody, and then now we're here.
That's okay. I would be that person to always like fail or try to get on a live. So I'm glad I made it on time this time, even though I was planning to come late just because, errands and whatnot. But I'm here. Yeah. I'm glad everybody's here too.
What I love about this show, it doesn't matter like if we're late or not.
Yeah.
We just roll with it, like
Right.
it never happened. So, how's everybody doing?
Good. Mhm. Awesome. Excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited to see everybody. I know everybody's been doing so much things going on. I know we have an event, Charlie's Expedition. Wait, no, Charlie's Beyond. What?
Belief.
Eric, help me here.
Charlie's Beyond Belief.
Beyond Belief. I should know that, but like my brain is not comprehending. So
It's that time.
I couldn't remember my cat's name, so
I can't remember
Right.
my name.
more on that later.
So, by the way, what we're going to do here is, I know we have a lot of people. We're going to go one by one, and everybody's going to introduce themselves and what they do, where they're from, and what they're going to bring to the table at Charlie's Expo. So,
Who's going first?
are you guys ready? Oh, man, that's so fun.
Well, all right. I guess we can start here and we'll go.
Okay,
Yes.
so just follow the path.
Great.
We'll start with
Why
Brooke.
not? Well, hi, everybody. I know most of the people on this panel and have gotten to work with them in the past, but for those of you I don't, hello. And for all the listeners out there, I am Brooke Moreland. I have a podcast called Dark Florida, where we cover everything from the Sunshine State and beyond, all of the weird stuff happening in this world, from Bigfoot to cryptids to high strangeness, unsolved mysteries. We cover it all. And I want to take a little bit of that and really translate it into what I'm able to bring to the audience at Charlie's Beyond Belief Expo. I really want to cover the high strangeness that is just hiding in plain sight from Bigfoot and the paranormal, and how the boundaries between the two things aren't as clear as they may seem, and how the unexplained might be a little bit more connected than we think.
That's awesome.
Good.
That's really cool. Now you're gonna be talking about like your experiences with like Bigfoot and all that, and the footprints that you see all the time.
Yeah, we're definitely going to cover Bigfoot in the talk for sure. Definitely we'll be going over some field research because, boy, I know for the people who are on here too, but when you're out in the field, strange stuff happens to you. A lot of times, that's one of the things I like to cover too, is we'll be out looking for Bigfoot and suddenly this turns into like a paranormal investigation, and how quickly things change, and you have to just be able to adapt and roll with it and know, like, if you're going for Bigfoot, you might find other things out there too.
Yeah. No, it's funny that you say that, talking about paranormal, because a lot of times when we refer Bigfoot, a lot of times people are like, could it be paranormal, or could it be something skinwalker-ish or something out there? Because in balls of light and UFOs, it all connects to each other. Especially another thing I'm going to say, and people are going to ask this, how is that associated with Bigfoot? Owls. A lot of times owls are associated with Bigfoot. I've had that big time in Massachusetts where we've had a whole lot of owl calls that turned into whoops out of nowhere, and they were just clashing at each other, just having a big conversation. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but it's very interesting that you say paranormal, because you're definitely going to have some paranormal mixed with Bigfoot out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Eric? Your turn.
Okay, I'm Eric Messina. I'm Charlie's web developer and business partner. What I bring to the table is online. You have to go to the website to see it. But my vision in that, whenever I did that website, was to make it very like top end of either cryptic or monsters or beings that were found. So I did one on Bigfoot. I did one on aliens, like abductions. I did one on the merman, which is a big story to go on. And then I think the last one I did was the Greys, because everybody knows the Greys are not the nice ones. The green ones are the nice ones. But anyways, this whole event is so exciting to me because there's just so much possibility. I mean, already Brooke has just brought a ton of stuff to the table. And people are looking for that. They're looking for the experience, because every day isn't always perfect. But you know what? If you come to one of our events, you're going to have a good time. You know, you really get, and you're going to feel like you got your money's worth. And that's kind of like how we're doing this. And Charles has a lot more input on that. But I mean, I hope that maybe as time goes on and our cons grow and we get bigger or better, that this becomes a yearly con that we do, a yearly expo. Because once you get the right group of people together, it's like magic. It really is. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to what we're going to do, what's going to happen, and then the future of everything.
Yeah. And it definitely, like, also, like, it's not just this con that you guys do. You guys have like many other Comic Cons. You have Pokemon Con. You got Charlie's Summerfest, which I was a big part of that, by the way, like, which was funny because everybody called me the ghost guy. I was the only paranormal guy there, and everyone's like, oh, it's the ghost guy. And it was really cool because, like, people told me their stories, which was like, I'm like, holy crap. And like, just and the famous people that were there, they're like, oh, I got a story for you. And like, when they found out like I did paranormal and all that, I was like, oh, that's really cool. So it's just really cool to clash everything together. And it's like, if you would ever think, I don't know about you guys, but like, I know back then, like, if you told people like you hunted ghosts or Bigfoot, they'd be like, nerd. Like, literally, like, be called a nerd. But now it's like, oh my gosh, you hunt Bigfoot, like UFOs, ghosts? Let me tell you my story. You know, people like will tell you the story, and it's just amazing how like over the years has grown into this journey of paranormal, Bigfoot, UFOs. You can name, it's all together. Yeah, how people are just like fascinated by it. So now it's become this like huge phenomenon. And I think that's why this event in Fort Myers, Florida, I think will be really awesome because it's kind of its first of its kind, pretty much, something in this area. So it's cool to get everybody together and to talk about really amazing things like that, which will bring more people to this conference every year coming.
Yep.
So yeah, that's really awesome. What about you, Natalie?
So I'm Natalie Smearman. I am with Relic Films. I also co-host a podcast called Paranormal Among Us. And I also work with NCI, Channel 12 TV Network. And we're putting together a new show called Beyond the Ordinary. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be talking about everything weird and strange. So that's going to be really cool. And at the conference, I'm going to be talking about mostly paranormal, but specifically shadow people, orbs, and portals, and everything that goes along with that. So I'm going to get into some really strange and obscure things.
That's really cool. Weren't you guys just at an event recently?
Yes. In fact, I've been at a lot of events. I was just at the one in central Pennsylvania, the one in Gatlinburg, and we're getting ready to go to Richmond, Missouri, for another paranormal event. So that'll be really cool.
That's awesome. When you guys go to like the paranormal events, I know like you guys do a lot of Bigfoot hunting and stuff. And when you go to a paranormal event, do people ask you like a lot of questions about Bigfoot, even though it's like a paranormal event?
Yeah, well, to Brooke's point, there's this fine line. You have, Bigfoot, and then you have a lot of paranormal activity.
Yeah.
So when you go out, you're going to get orbs, disembodied voices. You may see things. And so there is that line where if somebody has witnessed a lot of paranormal activity in the woods or in the forest, sometimes they've already seen a Bigfoot or a dog man or something of that nature or another cryptid. So they go hand in hand. So a lot of times we do get those stories.
That's I think Phyllis is on. I don't know if you can hear us.
Was she able to get on?
She's trying.
Can you hear us, Phyllis? Oh wait, I couldn't even see her in the thing. I was gonna say clap if you could hear her.
That's a good one.
That just tells you how my mind is being out in the heat.
Oh, we got disconnected.
Yep, she probably heard me.
She ran for cover.
That's what happens when you eat too much Taco Bell and your mind just loses it.
Too great.
But anyways, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. But
strange stuff. We were talking about strange stuff.
Which is that's my everyday living.
Yeah.
But dang it.
We're talking about portals and
portals and I almost said oodles and noodles. I don't know why I just said
we could have that too.
I think Marie was going to introduce herself.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. My name is Marie Dumont, and I am the founder of the Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research Group and Research Team. So we will be at the event, and of course, we're going to have all our casts and stuff like that, photographs and things. And but we're probably going to talk about our research, obviously, our Bigfoot and skunk ape research in Florida, and the strangest things we've ever had happen to us out there. So I'll have each of us tell a story of some wacky thing that happened. And just like Natalie and Brooke said, we're out in the woods in the woods and swamps, like practically every weekend. And there are times when you do encounter paranormal activity, just like you said. We've seen orbs out there. We've had captured EVPs, voices. One of them said my name.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So, and all that kind of stuff happens while we're Bigfooting. And But I've always been a paranormal investigator. I used to do that for like 30 years. I started out with ghosts, then I went to aliens and UFOs, and now Bigfoot. And I still do the other stuff when I get the opportunity, but
Yeah.
there's similarities between all of those modalities, you know.
Man.
There's definitely, like orbs is
Mhm.
found in all three of those. You get
Yeah.
orbs with ghosts, you get orbs with aliens and UFOs, and you get orbs with Bigfooting. Why are Bigfooting? Why? Don't know, but there's got to be some kind of common element between all three of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and plus don't forget gators and snakes and spiders. Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Don't worry about those. Just worry about
Looking for Bigfoot, there's a python right there.
Right.
Yeah.
pythons and panthers and deadly snakes and water moccasins and rattlesnakes and hogs and just some fun stuff.
Skunk ape and all that. Oh man, Franny, what's up?
Oh, I couldn't. I'm sorry. That's like the stuff I give so much respect for all you Bigfoot hunters and females too, because let me tell you, that's not me. It's like that's just not. Oh no. But anyways, my name is Francesca Garcia, better known as Supernatural Eye. I'm on the team War Party Paranormal. We have 30 team members. Eric's supposed to be on here, but he cannot make it tonight, so I'm here kind of representing War Party as it is. Again, respect to all these Bigfoot cryptid hunters, because I probably could do one up north in Florida just because of the conditions, with the panthers and pythons. Close enough was Aerojet, but it's like that was ballsy, more because of the wildlife for me, not so much the spirits and what demons I say, because I don't like to throw the D word out there too much. But absolutely not. But anyways, I'm more into the spirits or the ghosts. But I always thought like Bigfoot was more like was also a paranormal, like considered paranormal, but in the branch of it. But anyways, I do more spirits and ghosts and that type of phenomenon, and just trying to find answers to afterlife, and also help not only the dead but also the living, and to kind of just help solve matters and see what we can find in our findings. So that's a little bit about myself, and there's upcoming projects coming up. I just can't disclose them as of right now. You may have seen me also on the Haunted Files, formerly on Paraflix as well. But moving forward, I will be doing new adventures and journeys, so stay tuned for that. And I'm excited to join this con and meet every other individual here and know about your experience and know more about the cryptid side, because that's definitely something I want to expand my knowledge for. But again, with so much respect, because I don't know how you guys do this. So much respect to that.
We gotta get you out of that. We gotta get you out.
I think, who was it? I don't know if it was you or somebody else that told me wear snake boots, and you're like, oh, like I'm all about doing this like Bigfoot hunt. And I'm like, snake boots, what are those? And they're like, yeah, what you put in the swamps. I'm like, absolutely not. I was like, you lost me there. No, but again, respect. I'm very curious to know about the captures and stuff. That's super cool to me. I think that's cool. Yeah.
You're like, you had me at boots.
You had me at the boots. And really, so I could do that maybe up north, but it's like down here, just because of Florida, it's like the mosquitoes, that's like my worst enemy. It's like, absolutely, that's tough. When I go out in the Everglades just for a paranormal investigation, like, when it's like, abandoned places, it's like, that's tough enough. Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
A place to do that at.
I bet.
The mosquitoes are killer.
Those are vicious. Like, everybody's scared of like the alligators. I'm like,
oh my gosh,
these things are relentless.
If you think you've
like
experienced mosquitoes, go to the Everglades.
Yeah,
exactly. Down south. Ooh.
I agree.
But I'm excited. It's my first Paracon down in this area. Usually I never get invited to any Paracon in Florida, so this is like the first. It's always up somewhere else, and I'm very excited. This is like the first time representing my area, because I live down in Naples, so it's cool. I'm very excited for this. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're actually the closest to the Everglades too, Franny.
Eric and I, yes, down south, because he's more on the East Coast, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I'm more on the West Coast, so yeah, on the Naples side.
Yeah. You could go visit the Skunk Ape right there.
I have. I love those headquarters. I got my merch from there. Speaking of, hold on, I just don't want to mess up. Or can you guys see my pants? I'm so short. I got my Skunk Ape. You can't see them. I got my Skunk Ape pants from there. Anyways, I was very excited to show them off, but you can't really see them. Anywho, love that place.
I was confused where that was going for.
Sorry.
Blacked out.
I know you can't see. I'm trying to pull the pants and everything. I'm like, this is not working out, guys. But definitely check out the merch, because they have amazing merch. Definitely.
Looks like, what kind of show is this?
I know there was like a burlesque thing scheduled too.
Sorry,
didn't
y'all.
plan it.
I got really
Show.
awkward.
Oh, man.
No, I think that was the best
Oh,
ad
thank
ever. I hope he
Yeah.
uses that.
Did you guys see the
Yeah.
pants or no?
No, we couldn't see.
Oh crap. Okay.
I think
was
it's because of
totally-
your background's glitching back and forth. That's
I
why.
know. I'm trying to figure this. Yeah. Anyways, it's all new.
Oh man, what's up, Chrissy? How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Oh, man, living the dream in sunny Florida.
Yeah, it's definitely different than Ohio. I'm going on 3 years here.
Oh man, yeah, I'm going on too many.
I will gladly state that I love it here more than Ohio. I'm not a fan of the snow.
Man. That's
I
what
bet.
I do miss is the snow. I miss the snow.
A lot of respect to you too on that.
Yeah, I don't. I hate the heat because I'm in the heat every day. So it's like in something degrees when you feel like you're melting every day. I'm like, yeah, I miss the snow so much more than this heat.
Mhm.
That's why
But-
I'm retiring in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah, I help with everything involving the convention, so I do a bit of everything. So you'll probably see me around the convention running around like a chicken with its head cut off the whole time. But I'm always here.
And we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
We do. We love Chrissy.
Yeah. I met Chrissy for the first time at Charlie's Summerfest, and it was
Oh.
a lot of good times, especially the artwork she does and the flyers. They're really good flyers. You guys really love them. Once everything comes out, but
Cool.
yeah, it's gonna be a good event. I'm very excited about this event, especially the diversity of this event. You know, we're not just gonna have cryptids, paranormal, UFOologists. We're gonna have people like, you know, psychics there. We're gonna have a card reading, a tarot reading. We're gonna have crystals. Maybe people dressed up as Bigfoot and aliens. Well, speaking of aliens, Alien Steve will be there. So I don't know if you know Alien Steve.
Who is Alien Steve?
Oh, I know him. He's a very special. He's my new interviewer. Yes, yes. Scuba Steve, I call him.
Yep, which I'm very excited about because he's going through a lot of stuff right now. He's been through a bad accident, but by the time like this event happens, he'll be able to travel and all that. So which is very exciting. Which I think he's starting to travel now.
Yes. Slowly. I know his he just can't fly, but he can definitely drive out and stuff just because of his head.
Yeah, I think they're driving. Him and Mary are driving down here to Florida. So
Yes.
very excited about that. You guys are gonna love them. Pair with a normal. They
Oh, Mike.
Yes. Mike Gagliano.
Yeah,
so
I know him.
there's
Yes.
comedy going around.
Does
So
he dress up as an alien?
yep,
He's a
Steve.
goat too.
Steve, Alien Steve. So you'll see a green man, kind of buffed out, kind of with a mustache
He's got a toaster too.
and a toaster with a hat.
Toaster?
The toaster is
Yeah.
his thing. It's like
Yeah.
Toaster.
He
Yeah.
said that aliens can connect with humans because humans like toast, and he wants to make sure as an alien that he, feeds into our love of toast.
facts.
Okay.
That was his outline. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
100% true.
But he also,
Never heard of that, but okay.
yeah, he also dresses up as a goat. So I
Yep.
saw him as a goat
Nice.
in April. He does a great goat too.
He's a skinwalker. He just transforms to a couple things
Yeah.
time to time.
I told him I feed him a lot of generic beef jerky
Yeah.
because that's what he likes. So if anybody has generic beef jerky, that's what he likes to eat.
Yes.
But it has to be generic.
And Mary Lynn too. So she's coming down.
Oh,
She's
her-
awesome. I
her
love
beautiful.
Mary Lynn. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
awesome too.
She'll be doing her paintings there too, which
Yes.
she'll have a table.
Oh
with
my goodness.
special
Let me see.
paintings.
I kind of pulled this one out. She gave me, if you guys haven't checked out her paintings,
They're really cool.
I'm gonna knock something out. Like, I don't know if you guys see this at least, but
Oh,
this
that's cool.
she made for me. It's beautiful. So
Wow.
she asked for your 3 colors, and it's I don't know if it's an aura reading or some type of reading, but it's pretty much connected, and it's with your 3 favorite colors. But yeah, mine's like obviously the purple, green, and black are my favorite. But
really pretty.
Yeah,
That's
no,
so
thank you.
cool.
But yeah, definitely check her out, and her paintings are very awesome. Yeah, very cool.
I'm excited. This is gonna be also Dark Realm TV will be there. They'll be speaking also. They're part of the event, which is really cool. They're coming all the way from Ohio, so can't wait for you guys to meet them because Dark Realm TV is kind of a new streaming network that's been around for about I would say about a year now. And
That's an 18-hour drive.
yeah, yeah, it's a long drive. Well, Michael's driving all the way from Las Vegas. So that's
Respect.
Dedication.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my
very
goodness.
Sin City.
I hope it's to see some sights on the
That's
way.
what I like about road trips. Like honestly, I'm more of like a road trip person if I have the time and money to do that, you know. But yeah, flying to me, I don't know, especially with these plane crashes nowadays in this year. Like I don't know, guys. I think I might hit the road too. Longer PTO.
You haven't driven in Florida then.
Oh, no, definitely.
So,
South Florida is crazy.
yeah.
Especially the East Coast. I stay safe on the West. Oh my goodness.
No,
I was just in Miami.
Tampa, it's miserable.
No, but it can't be Miami. Like survival of the fittest. It's like that's a jungle over there. I-95.
I go over to Miami like once a month, sometimes twice, and it's like, whoa.
But Tampa's
it's a whole different access, like atmosphere.
I don't even like to drive down there.
West Coast is the best coast.
There's bridges that are not even finished, and you like literally feel like you're gonna fly off it. In Miami, like literally, I was there like a couple of months ago for a concert, and like we got lost because of the freaking bridges are not even finished, and it looked like you just fly off the bridge.
It's like
my first time over there. First time we had drove over there, like it was at night, and I seen the top of the guitar, and I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, "What is that?" And my roommate's like, "Oh, that's the guitar." I was like, "The what?" So we had to drive there, and I had to experience that. And then it got daytime, and we drove past the airport, and the plane was coming in, and I was freaking out because I thought we were gonna die. And she's sitting here laughing at me the whole time.
That place is cool too. I like to watch that. Like, yeah, that's cool.
And they say Florida has no culture.
Yeah.
Come on.
We do. We have a lot of culture. You know, the only things I wish we can promote more is like the paranormal, like in all like, you know, in all research, because that's the one thing down here. I think we lack that. And I think it's just so much competition with like these developers and trying to advertise the condos, the beaches, you know, Disney. And, you know, that's why I think it's so hard for us to kind of do that in these like cons and whatnot, because it's just, I guess, I don't know, but I feel like we need to expand that more. And I think this is a perfect way to do it. You know?
Yeah, especially like you said, like even when like out of Florida, like North Carolina, Virginia, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, you know, anywhere in the United States, you see all about these like paranormal cons, Bigfoot cons, and there's not enough here in Florida. And Florida has a big like opportunity here, especially
It has an opportunity, but I have to play devil's advocate here and say that this is a very small community. Like Florida, in my opinion, it feels big, and it feels in the sense like there's a lot going on. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, look at the panel right here. We're all Florida. And I really don't, I think a lot of people are envious of how many people we do have down here to connect with. You know, because a lot of places I think don't have that. While Tennessee and the Smoky Mountains are beautiful places, they're also rural, but there's so many of us here, and Florida is not short in stories or experiences to share. It has a rich history. I mean, St. Augustine is the oldest city in America. And I mean, that is just like the paranormal mecca, in my opinion. So I think we have a lot going for us. I think that honestly, people look at Florida and they're like, oh, I think we just don't see it because we're here. But I think on the outside looking in, people are like, man, they're pretty cool down there.
When I first moved here, one of the first things I wanted to do was to find a crystal shop. And I thought to myself, there's not going to be anything here in Florida like that at all. Just because
I know where they all are in Fort Myers right now. I can tell you right now.
I find one shop, two shops, three shops. And I was like, okay, this place has got good energy already, you know? And there's so many people like us, we just go unheard. And it's time to speak up and get people involved and connect. I agree. It's a great opportunity.
Because we do have
Yeah.
so much potential, like Brooke was saying earlier. Like we have like the oldest city of the United States. That's why I tell people up north, because I know they always have like all these things going on. They can all drive to, and we're all down in like the south, so it's hard for us to drive and whatnot. But I'm like, we have so much potential, guys. Like, we really do. But I agree. I think we got to make this happen, guys. We do.
The problem is every time like I have people on my show from out of state, when you tell them we got snakes and gators, they're like, nope, I'm not going.
I only ever seen a gator once, and it was at work, and it cut me in line for the food truck.
Oh.
Listen, I think that's how you separate out the strong from the weak. Okay, it's survival of the fittest, baby. We just can't accept everyone. First of all, Florida's
Yeah,
full.
I agree.
I'm just gonna put that
Oh.
here. This is on a need to
Oh,
I
know
agree.
basis.
If I saw a gator like near a food truck, I would wrestle it. I'm like, that's my.
I
food.
have
I
a picture of it
want-
somewhere. I have to find it now because
That's gotta be
I need to
cool.
find it.
That's
But like I was literally at work, they have a pond because the building's kind of new, and of course within the first, I'm gonna say, week the building was up, there was gators. So there was a 3-legged gator, but now there's babies in there. So we were all waiting in line at the food truck, and I was waiting, and all of a sudden people were just like messing with this gator, and I was like, what's going on? What's happening? And then it just started coming in front of the food truck, and I was like, nope, I'm out of here. And I just stood there. I'm like, but I'm not going far because I'm waiting on my food.
Gotta get my food.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, not today.
That gator was
See if
like,
I
I'll
can
get
find
mine
it.
too.
Right. Oh, so funny.
Oh no, I would still wrestle a gator if he was taking my food.
No, I'm good.
If it was nachos.
I'm like, you can have it.
Unless it's nachos.
Yeah. I'll
If it's a
fight a
taco-
gator for nachos.
But I would negotiate. I'd be like, you've seen him come steal my food. I deserve more food.
Funny, like
Eyewitness.
doing these jobs sometimes I'll work near golf courses. I'll see some like 13 to 16 foot gators just chilling at the golf course, and sometimes I'll
Found
see
it.
golfers trying to hit the balls at the gators just to like. I'm like, you're like hitting a ball at a gator. Number one, that's like you're gonna lose, dude.
Two things here: respect the locals and don't molest the
100%.
wildlife.
Yes.
That's right.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Highly recommend not doing that.
Yes.
Just don't be a diver when you're diving for golf balls. It goes the other way around. I got a story if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
All right, so I had this friend. He's a diver, and he was he was diving in the middle of mating season, gator mating season, and he was getting the golf balls, and he had his like dive tank and all that. And one day he was just grabbing all the balls and stuff, putting it in his dive bag, and he felt this weight on his tank. He's like, "What the hell is that?" He looks up. It was a gator mounting his tank. Like literally trying to, you know what, get it on with the dive tank, and he
God.
sit there and just wait till it was and then the gator just swam off. He's like, this was like the most weirdest experience I've ever had in my life. Like, I got molested from a gator.
No. Normally it's the dolphin.
But yeah, true story. It
That's
wasn't
a Florida
me.
Wildin' story right there.
If it was
If
me,
you guys
I'd in my grave.
if you guys want to check out the gator in front of the food truck, I put it in the group chat.
I'll have
How
to-
do I do this? How do I do this?
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out. But before we I know we still have a few minutes left, I think. Before we head out, I want to talk to you a little bit about where people could find you guys. But before we talk about that, why don't you tell us a little bit about your stories about like something creepy that has happened in the woods with you guys? Because I know you guys are in the woods all the time, and I know things happen. Like just like hearing weird noises, creepy stuff going on. Like, what was your most creepiest story that you could take to your grave with you that was like really crazy creepy? Brooke. She's
Oh, okay. Okay, really crazy creepy. All right, here we go. So, in the panhandle of Florida, there is a lot of high strangeness there. I think we forget about the panhandle sometime because of, the madness that we were talking about down in Miami and Tampa, but there is still Florida is still a very big place, and the Panhandle is rich with history and high strangeness. There's a lot of Bigfoot activity up there. I've had a Class A sighting up there myself, and actually, funny enough, Miss Marie was there for that trip. She wasn't there when I had the sighting, but she was there. When everything went down, we were and there is a cemetery close by in the area. I had come back for another trip in February, and we were out bigfooting. But some of the people we were with, some BFRO investigators, they were like, "Hey, there's a cemetery here. Do you guys want to get spooky? Let's get weird with it. Let's do a little investigation while we're here." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm in. I'm down." So while looking for Bigfoot, like I said, things can pivot really quickly, and so he gets out some of his equipment and he put some of these balls on top of the headstones. And now this is an 1800s graveyard. There were some collapsed graves that were there, as well as some of the headstones. You can't even see clearly the dates. So more than likely a family cemetery, but what we could see dating back to 1800s, if not earlier. And so we're in there. Someone has a spirit box, and we're actually getting responses. I'm having a dialect with what we believe was the male, like head of the family ghost, and he was telling us that he was stuck in purgatory. He was telling us to kind of watch our backs while we were in there, and we were having clear dialogues. He wasn't using the light balls, and I said, "Is it too complicated?" Because I'm thinking, if I'm an 1800s ghost, I'm gonna be like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And I always carry candles in my bag, so just trying to think on the fly of what we can do to maybe elicit some sort of communication or a response. The balls weren't working, and they're feeling energy, like they're getting hit with this energy. The guys who were in the graveyard with me, I wasn't experiencing it. I'm having the dialogue, but they're feeling it. So we were just communicating with this ghost, and I asked if it wanted me to use candles, and it was like, no, not all of us. And yeah, we basically got the vibe that he was stuck in purgatory, and he had done some maybe bad things in his life that he was remorseful for. So it was an interesting experience, and we had to leave because the energy was really overwhelming the other investigators that I was with. And so it was like, as soon as we kind of stepped over that threshold there in the graveyard, they instantly felt better. And then while we were in the graveyard, weird enough, almost like, like the cone of silence, we had some other team members who did not want to come into the graveyard. They were like, not with the spooky stuff. They're like, we'll hang out here and continue looking for Bigfoot. And so they actually heard something kind of coming in the woods at us, and we were sensing like a presence from the corner of this graveyard, but we didn't hear anything that they heard. They heard loud clashing, like something was running at us. It was a very eventful night. We also had some vocalizations that night, so things were popping off, and it was pretty spooky.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's like,
I love everything spooky.
That's
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love people who can be open-minded and kind of, I want to say, go both ways and, hang out with Bigfoot and the paranormal because, if you're open to Bigfoot, you have to open yourself up to the other things you're going to come across along the way.
True. Yeah. That's a good
That's
point.
awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
That recording I sent you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really where the big mess of what really goes on that I have experienced. The creepiest thing would probably have to be the radio. I had been doing meditations and trying to use moldavite and lapis lazuli and obsidian, all these things to protect me while I was going out to communicate. And I was trying to connect with the entities. So entities are not spirits, they're not ghosts, they're not aliens. They're a thing, an entity, and they live in the radio wave world. They don't have bodies, never have, don't need them. And the place that they exist, they can communicate through through radio waves. And I would put the radio on static, on just a static channel like 83 or 84, whatever. And then I would sit and I'd meditate, and I'd try to open my third eye, and then I'd try to do a little astral projection, and all of a sudden the radio starts picking up. You hear this beat going bzz, 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 bzz. and it's like static interference. But then it gets so loud, all of a sudden you hear this voice say Eric, and then something something
Uh,
something, and I could never understood what they said, but it was so creepy because it was like when you hear this for real, like with your own ears,
yeah.
it's pretty wild.
I bet.
That's nuts.
And
Yeah.
they're not bad. These entities are not bad. In fact, they model themselves off of TV.
Hmm.
They know every song, they know every movie, they know everything that you could possibly think of. That's just how they are. They're kind of designed that way. It's like having a photographic memory, but for them, it's everything is once they know it, they know it.
Yeah.
So when you communicate with them sometimes, they sound like a radio announcer. And it's not because you're hearing the exact words that they're telling you, and it makes no sense. It's not like it's an actual show. You could tell that it's something separate because it's actually answering, saying yes, no, all right, let's go, bye, and then it's gone. And you're like, okay, that came out of nowhere, just like literally blown away whenever things like that happen. But yeah, that's kind of my experience that I've had. And I sent the recording to Josh to check it out and see what he thought about it. And he tells me he thinks there's something there, and I know there's something there. Um, for a long time, I was convinced that it was either Anunnakis or reptilians, because they do communicate. But it was just you could sense that they were so different. Like they're very innocent too. They don't know what they're doing sometimes or what they're saying because no one told it what they're doing is bad. They're
Yeah.
not gonna do that. So when someone like me communicates with them and then tells them, something that they're doing is probably not a good thing, they don't ask why. They go, okay, so that's not good. And you're like, no, that's not good. They're like, okay, thanks. And then they're gone. Just like that.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
I just want to say really quick, I know that she's not on this panel tonight, but Phyllis Cesar, you have to talk to her. She's going to be one of the speakers
Yeah.
at this event, and she actually speaks, and I don't want to quote, but several alien languages. She has communicated with the reptoids
Reptilians.
and yep,
Mm-hmm.
and the other branches. And hearing you talk, I'm sure you guys could probably talk for hours. And
Sure.
for everyone listening, she's going to have a 2-hour talk. She's also a psychic medium, and she is fantastic. And so
Yeah.
you'll have to check her stuff out too. It
Yeah.
reminded me so much
That'll.
of that.
I'm gonna be there all day, and my morning starts at 5:30 at
Yep.
the con. That's how early you
Me
get
too.
because some people want their tables like get it set up like now, so they don't have to stress about it, the next hour or so.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm totally looking forward to hearing so much more from
good.
all the speakers. It really it's kind of sort of like a guilty pleasure because I don't often get a lot of times the opportunity to talk to people about experiences that I've had or research that I've done or questionable things that I have no one to bounce off of ideas. So when I see people who have a common interest in that level, the metaphysical, the paranormal, the coincidences and all that stuff, it's great. I'm so zoned in.
That's awesome.
Very
It's gonna be
cool.
an amazing. What about you, Natalie?
Yeah. So recently, Relic partnered with Paranormal 411, and we got a permit to go into Cades Cove after hours
I love that place.
and investigate the Primitive Baptist Church. And
cool.
we had
Um,
investigated it early in the year, but during the day, we got some feedback, and it was very, minimal, but we wanted to go back at night. And so we went back and we had all the gear. We had the ghost box, we had the SLS camera, we had all different kinds of recording devices. And I had started the session by saying, we were here earlier, we were talking to you about the graffiti on the wall. Do you remember me? And over the ghost box says, yes. So they do remember us. But then they just kind of went quiet because there were about 5 people in there, and before we didn't have that many. So we just set everything up, and there is a graveyard in the back of the church. So we said, we're going to keep the ghost box going and the recorder going. We'll go out with the SLS camera and the other camera to see what we find. So we leave the church, we go around to go towards the back, and inside the church, we hear 2 male men talking over the ghost box.
Wow.
And we're looking at each other like, are you hearing this? There's a full conversation going on in there. They thought we had left. So we go back in. As soon as we go back in, they stop. We're like, okay, they want some privacy. So we have everything recording. So we go back out and we go into the graveyard and we hear the voices again. So we're like, we're just going to leave that go. And we're starting with the SLS camera. Well, we started panning around and there were 2 smaller spirits, and they showed up as stick figures on the SLS.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that was with us, who was the ranger who was monitoring what we're doing, he said, I can cross the barrier to look. And where these 2 figures were, and they were very small, were around the graves of 2 children.
Huh.
So they were there, almost very curious about us. They didn't look like they were playing. They were just very curious. So then they disappear. We watched them for a little bit. We walked down a little bit further, and then we started hearing very strange noises in the church. So I said, well, we're going to go down here a little bit, and then we'll turn around and come back. Well, I went ahead of the group. It was about 11:30 at night. The only light was from the equipment that we were carrying. And so I walked ahead, and in the graveyard from the right where nobody was, I hear, hey. And I turned and I said, are you trying to talk? And I heard something else, but then I couldn't make it out. So we're trying to review the footage to see if we could hear something. Nothing else happened. So we turn around, we went back in the church, and what we kept hearing is what we thought were footsteps. But we went back in the church and we're like, those aren't footsteps. That's coming from the ghost box. Like, what is that? What they had done, they were very angry that we had a ghost box in there.
Huh.
The ghost box had a battery pack attached to it with a cord. They disconnected the cord and pushed the battery pack off. And my backpack was thrown on the floor. And we were like, and then the recorder, the battery was full when we left. And the 20 minutes or so that we were outside, the battery was dead.
Wow.
And all the batteries were dead. We tried to get them to talk a little bit more. They wouldn't. So now all the footage is being analyzed. So it was a really cool evening.
That's awesome. Holy crap. I love Cave Cove. That place is.
Yeah. And it was really an odd and very eerie way to go in there alone. And like there was just the 5 of us. And we were all alone in Cades Cove, and it was pitch black, but it was like the coolest experience.
Wow.
Cool.
I think we lost somebody.
Yep.
Yep, we lost Franny. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure she'll be back on. Marie, what's up?
I've had all kinds of weird things happen, so it's hard to figure out which one I want to tell. So this one's not super creepy, but it's just very bizarre.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I was out with my team in the Green Swamp. And this has happened twice to me, 2 different times. I would find a X structure, and I would walk up to the X structure, and my phone would call one of my ex-boyfriends.
Oh, wow.
What?
What?
It did that twice. two different ex structures, two different ex-boyfriends.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had my phone in my pocket, and my phone is password protected. You can't dial if you wanted to, right? It's in my pocket, and I'm walking up to the X structure, and I hear hello, 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 and I'm like, what the heck? And I pull out my phone, and I'm like, he's like, one of them is like, you called me. What do you want? And I'm like, I didn't call you. And they say, yeah, you did. I'm like, no, I didn't. So this happened twice in the Green Swamp, two
Wow.
different ex structures, two different ex boyfriends. And I didn't have one of them saved in my phone at all.
Oh
What?
wow.
So how
What?
did it call him?
They were
Call them,
messing with you.
right?
Hardcore.
Yeah, that's really super weird. But so that's a bizarre story.
Mhm.
I'm changing my phone number.
It
I'm changing my number so I don't
was
have my
the
ex's.
craziest thing. What a coincidence that it's an ex structure and it's ex boyfriends
Wow.
that my
Wow.
phone called or whatever it did. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't know what I would do.
And from that moment on, she leaves her phone.
Right.
Well, I still carry it. I
Yeah.
haven't had the problem ever since. That was probably 4 years ago.
Wow.
I don't know. It just happened twice within less than a year. It happened twice.
Dang.
And both times were in the Green Swamp.
Wow.
Wow.
You never know. You
Never
never know. What about you, Chrissy?
I have a very interesting and kind of creepy, and it kind of started a whole thing for me. When I was younger, when I lived in Ohio, I worked at this amusement park called Kings Island, and I like spiritual and like spooky things, but I never was like super like deep into it. I wasn't like looking it up on YouTube or anything like that. And so I'd walk around and then I was working there, so I'd be stationed in certain areas. And I always wondered why, like, in one area my back would hurt or it'd be hard for me to breathe, in another area my neck would hurt, and then another area that like my entire body would like get jolts and like feel weird and like a spark type feeling. And then I started hearing the story about the dead little girl that would like at night, if you work a night shift and you're going out to close, you'll see her figure up in the top building. And I seen her figure up there and I was like, okay, now I kind of have to investigate all this because I'm like really curious. So I investigated in front of one of the areas that I was stationed at to work where my back hurt and it was hard to breathe. Somebody had jumped off one of the buildings and killed themselves.
Wow.
There's a building in the center of it. It's called the Eiffel Tower because it's big like the Eiffel Tower, but it's like a smaller version. Somebody had tried to climb up the middle of it and decapitated themselves. And then the area where I started feeling like that spark and stuff, somebody had gotten to the pond when they were drunk and got electrocuted.
Man.
So after that, I started a whole spiral of looking up all deaths at amusement parks. That
Oh,
happened.
you brought that
But
up. I remember that. You
Mhm.
brought that up, and I was like, I got to hear this story.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because like as of now, I know of all the deaths that's happened at Disney because I got curious, and I haven't gotten curious about Universal because I really like Universal, but I've been tempted to look. But it's like the little things like that I get really into, and then there's times in my life where I see I don't remember what they're called, but it's like the figures and stuff. I see those all the time, and then the lights will flicker. I'm like, can you not? And then they'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that's my life for you.
Have you looked into any of the disappearances at Disney?
I started to, but that was a long time ago, so I don't remember most of them. But I do kind of want to look into them now. Um, when I get some free time, I plan on looking into like the disappearances, the tunnels,
Oh, yeah, the tunnels.
see if there's any more recent deaths. I think the most recent one that I can remember off the top of my head was the one on the tram when the tram first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I remember that.
but
Club 33?
And Club 33, I want to look more into them because like I find that so cool. And then like I'll sit and just listen all day about the animatronics, deaths. I know it's really weird, but
No,
I
that's
also am the person that if I can't sleep, I'll put on one of those murder mystery podcasts and I'm gone.
that's awesome. Heck yeah, man! Everybody has such amazing stories here, especially this whole team. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everybody come to the Charlie's Expo. It's gonna be awesome, and I feel like it's gonna get bigger every year and become a national thing, hopefully. So man, I can't wait to hear everybody speak. I can't wait to hang out with everybody. There's gonna be so much shenanigans going on, people
I'm
pranking,
so excited.
uh yeah, especially Michael Gagliano. I know, just watch out for him. He's a little he'll be pranking you, Stevie.
All day.
I hope not.
With his
He's
toaster.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He'll probably get me all day because I'm running around so much that like I'm paying attention, but I'm not paying attention. I don't know if I know Eric's probably seen it, but I don't know if you've seen it when I've run around. But like I'll be like, "Oh, hi, I didn't see you there," and like it's the whole thing. I'm easily scared too, so it's gonna be great.
That's awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for coming on this show. I'm sorry we started a little late. Everything just went haywire, and I know Charlie. I hope you feel better, buddy. Ooh, is that a little?
Yeah, little Blackie. He's Boo. His name's Boo.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man. Again, I can't wait to see everybody. Especially, we got to do a Bigfoot hunt and a paranormal hunt all together. I know it's so crazy with the. Hopefully, after this event, things will slow down and we'll be able to hang out in the woods and catch some Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But before we leave, why don't you guys tell where people can find you guys real quick before we head off the air, and so people can look up and know what where they can look you guys up and get some beautiful merch and cool things that you guys have.
All right. Well, you can look me up on Facebook at Brooke Moreland or on Instagram at Dark Florida Podcast and Dark Florida Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. That's where you can find me. And of course, I'll be at Charlie's Expo. So see you guys then. Thank you for having me.
What about you, Eric?
It's just looking forward to everything, and I'll be there all day. I'm usually taking tickets. Because I really get a lot. I enjoy meeting the people that come and the families. It's so Chrissy saw me. I just get all like, "Oh my god, I'm having so much fun." Me and Chrissy, we laughed because we were talking about it one day after a show, and we were like, "This is our happy place, and we're leaving it now."
Yeah.
I get so sad after conventions because I was like, I was so happy and in my element, and now I have to go back to the real world.
Yeah.
I know.
But the website is beyond charliesbeyond.com, and if you want to share that with anyone that you know that might want to join the crew, because we are definitely trying to do this again after we get this first show out the door. So
That's awesome. What about you, Natalie?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also find me on Relic Films website, and you can find merch on the Channel 12 TV network website as well.
Sweet. Marie.
Yes. So you can find my group on Facebook, Mid Florida Bigfoot Research Group on Facebook. We're also on Instagram and YouTube. And we also have a website, midfloridabigfoot.com, and there you can, see our bios. You can look at the research gallery, which is really interesting because you can find all kinds of cool pictures and stuff. And that's where we also publish all the podcasts and publications we've been in and stuff like that. And we have a store on Etsy if anybody wants a little bit of merchandise. And what else? I think that's it. That's enough, right? And my team will be at the expo. So it's going to be a great event.
That's awesome. Yeah, heck yeah. What about you, Chrissy?
All right. So aside from Charlie's conventions and stuff, you could find me. I do digital art, graphic design, dabbling in web design, gaming, all this other stuff. I just do pretty much everything. You could find me on all the socials under iSims, ISIMZZ. But also, I help run the TikTok page for Charlie, so you'll be able to find me there too. And I'm so excited for this convention.
Me too. And also, if you guys want an amazing website, go check out Eric. Message him if you want a website. Trust me.
Thanks, buddy.
He has awesome. He does awesome work. He did
That
my.
he does.
So go check it out. Check out Charlie's Beyond website. Charlie's Summerfest. And I forgot something, Eric. I forgot something.
Yeah.
There's also an app.
Yes, we
Got an
published
app
our
now.
first app in the App Store.
Yep. Check it out. Download
That
Apple
was like
and
a
Android.
thing for us because we were like,
Yep.
yes.
Right there.
Yep. So you can check out every event that we're doing at Charlie's Comic Con,
are.
Charlie's Beyond, Charlie's Pokemon, Charlie's Animation. You can check it out there at the App Store. Apple and Android, download it, please, because you won't miss out. So you don't miss out on what's going on. Plus, you can buy your tickets there. And plus, the tickets are only what, $10 for adults and $5 for kids. So you can't go wrong for $10.
Yeah, and you're gonna hear some really. You'll get your money's worth.
Yeah, you definitely will. And there'll be cool stuff there to buy, and see and hug people and just make a new friend. You know, who knows? Maybe there might be a Bigfoot running around. So don't miss out. Usually I talk a little bit after the show, but I have to go because I have to put my children to bed. So I have to kind of sing to them and chill with them and hang out with them a little bit before I go.
Yes, dad things.
Somebody just hold on before we do go. Somebody want to say hello real quick.
What? There he is.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my word.
So
Look at you.
he had to stop on real quick before we leave. We're just about to leave, Mike, but I wanted you to come and say hello real quick because I know you're another guest on the panel. So just say a little bit about yourself and then we'll head it out.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm an hold on.
Wrong meeting.
Yeah, let me start this over. Yeah, my name is Mike. I have a show on Beacon TV called Pair with the Normal. I know Miss Natalie. I've worked with her with Mr. Greg Oogles.
Yes.
I'm alive. Not a lot of people know this, but I was in a pretty gnarly incident May 29th. I hit my head, crushed my skull in 3 different places. I'm permanently deaf in my left ear. I permanently cannot smell and I cannot taste as of right now. So hopefully that comes back. But I've managed to, despite that, I've managed to make a comeback so I can get to you and see you all and have a phenomenal time. I'm very excited.
Generic beef jerky.
Generic meat stick.
Meat
As we like to say.
We're glad you're okay.
Is Steve the Alien coming with his toaster?
Yes, and I will be doing a little bit of a talk, which will actually talk about my injury and how I almost died, and what that means in one's search for the afterlife. So I'm really excited to kind of dig into that and to show you why comedy is important, even when you investigate. Mm-hmm. Unless you're the animal, then just stop. Just stop.
Yeah. Oh, man, thank you for so much for popping on real quick. But thank you again. And Mary will be there also too. Mary
Lynn will be there.
I'm so excited. Franny said sorry. She had lost connection with internet, so it took her a little bit to get back on. But she does say sorry, and she's excited about the event, and we're all excited for you guys to be. Also, Eric from War Party Paranormal will be there too. So there'll be a whole bunch of people there. So shake some hands and kiss some babies, and let's have some fun. Not kiss some babies, maybe. No, Michael, don't kiss them. Don't kiss the babies. But
I was just gonna share some wieners with Eric. So
okay.
hot dogs. I probably should be more specific.
Someone in the live chat said their wallet's ready for the convention.
Oh, awesome. Well, hey guys, you guys have a wonderful night. I can't wait to see you all. It's gonna be a fun time to be able to hang out with you guys again. Can't wait to hear some stories and just to hang out and have a good time, you know, because that's what we need. We need smiles. That's what I like about these events. You get to smile and just make new friends and hear cool stories and pick on Mike. So well, you guys, I hope everybody has a good day and a good night, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and hug a squatch if you see one. So out in the woods, I'm sure he would like it. So
All the hugs.
Yeah, and hug Michael.
Always, I love hugs.
Hugs are great.
All right, guys. Well, like I said, usually I hang out in the after, but I can't this time. But I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Please go check out everybody and say hello to them. I'm sure they appreciate it. Check out their merch, their websites, social medias everywhere that you go. Go on their YouTubes. Yeah, say hello. They love it. But everybody have a great night.
Have a good night.
We will see everybody.
Don't tell me what to
Bye,
do.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Lights on. Dark Realm TV.